Is our government run by Israel? Let's talk about this. All right, fellas. I don't know if you guys have been seeing in the interweb lately. It's hard to ignore now, but I think a lot of our members of our Congress and Senate are bought out by Israel, dude. What?
Yeah, I think that's a fucking understatement.
Why?
Dude, just go to, what's this website called?
TrackAPAC.com.
Go to trackapac.com, bro, and you're gonna fucking see, you're gonna hear fucking
Cha-ching!
yeah, it's
Cha-ching!
crazy.
But my question is why? Why is it that a lot of these politicians in our government are riding so hard for Israel? And the biggest question is why is it that Israel is still not considered a foreign lobby? Right?
I think it's a very intricate web, and it's a it has been a very big taboo in America and in a lot of the West. Um, a lot of it to do with the history of the Holocaust, in Europe. A lot of it's to do with just like a lot of stigmas, a lot of shit that people don't really want to touch on or speak about, because it's a heavy ass topic, right? When you're talking about anything related to the Jewish faith, the Jewish people. But honestly, for their own good, this shit can't go on further. You know, it's clear that they, Congress and the Senate show a weird ass, hard to ignore favorability to the state of Israel, and it's if you can't question it, what the hell does it mean to be an American citizen?
That's true.
Something that distinguishes America is something that almost no country has, and if they have it, it's nowhere near to the extent that Americans have, and it's the freedom of speech.
No other country has it the way we have it. But for some reason, when it comes to the government of Israel, we can't. To the point that over 38 states here in the nation have loyalty clauses to be able to run a business in the U.S., meaning you can't boycott the state of Israel under any means. For example, if you guys didn't know, there's some states here in the U.S. that have passed legislation making it illegal for state agencies to work with companies that boycott Israel, which includes Texas, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Florida, Arizona, Georgia, Iowa, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Arkansas or Arkansas, Minnesota, Nevada, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Kansas, North Carolina, Utah, Missouri, Idaho, West Virginia, Colorado, Mississippi, and New Hampshire. We don't have those type of laws for any other nation that
we know of.
we know of.
I can't
I haven't heard
like that, but
I haven't heard
yeah,
any legislation that says, "Hey, if you're a private company out there that's boycotting Russia for the shit that's going on in Ukraine, then if we have some type of state agencies that work with you guys, it's kaput." I've never heard of that. But for some reason, we're doing that for Israel. Why? What is it that we gain from Israel aside from what I've seen? The only thing we trade from Israel is information and medical supplies. I don't think that's enough bang for our buck.
I think another thing, it's like the end world belief that a lot of Christians hold, that we need to support Israel because that's where the last battle before God comes. And honestly, it's like, who the hell are we to decide when prophecies are going to take place?
Exactly. And it seems like they're getting like closer and closer to try to even do this shit. Like I've never heard somebody go as hard as our own American government to try to build Israel's third temple. If Israel wants to build a third temple, let them fucking deal with that shit. What the fuck does it have to do with us? It has nothing to do with us. I've never heard anybody else go as hard as our people. Why?
Pete Hegseth is one of
Pete
them.
Hegseth. What the fuck is he in charge of?
I think Department of Defense.
Department of Defense.
Unless I'm tripping.
And he's right here writing for Israel. Mind you, he's allegedly a Christian. So I don't see why somebody who's a Christian and label himself a follower of Christ would want to go and jump for joy at the thought of building a third temple for Israel. when that has nothing to even do with your religion, you know. And I would say the same if he was going on trying to pressure for a mosque. Like, hey, bro, you're a Christian. Why the hell are you trying to get a mosque built? I mean,
And honestly, now that we mentioned Pete Hegseth, recently Israel just bombed a Catholic church in
in
Gaza.
Gaza.
Let's see if he has any problem with that. Let's see if he comes out, which, to be fair, he maybe made a statement or he wasn't happy about it. But I would be surprised. I
Yeah,
would be surprised if he came out and even fucking called Israel in any significant way.
yeah. And it's like you hear what is it? Katie Levitt? What's her name? The press secretary. All she says is, "Oh yes, the president heard about this, and
Carolyn Levitt, I think.
he wasn't too happy with what happened, but Israel said it was a mistake."
Bring back
So
Kaylee
that's it.
McEnany, man. Bring back Kaylee McEnany.
Yeah, bro. Kaylee McEnany would have locked shit down real quick, bro. This girl can't even give you a straight answer to save her life.
And everybody thought like, oh, we get another blonde
Aryan Barbie 2.0.
Nah, Kaylee McEnany was it. This girl,
She was the Aryan Barbie.
This girl is not it.
She's not it. She's not with the business. We already know when she's lying. Every time she takes off her crucifix, she don't know how to shut shit down. Bro, ever since the Epstein file thing came out, she's been hard timing it, bro. Yeah, bro. She's going to Jen Psaki levels, bro. And we already know how bad Jen Psaki was when she was running it for Biden, man. They had to replace her. But
it seems like the past 4 years were just a fucking one bad dream.
Yeah.
Jen Psaki, and then what's her name?
I forgot that girl's name.
With the
fro?
With the little fro?
I forgot her name.
Whatever her name was. Look, nothing personal. She's probably a good person, but those press conferences with the media or whatever, that was not it.
Yeah.
That was not it.
They really, really fucked that up. But our government still continues to fuck this up. Because how is it? A good example. MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She was trying to post for in the new defense spending, basically removing 500 mil in aid to Israel so that they could replenish their Iron Dome weapon system, their David Sling weapon system, and their Arrow. And it's like, yeah, I think that's good. Why the fuck are we providing them the means to replenish their own fucking arsenal? Let them fucking figure it out. And she just dropped the bomb too that they're fucking nuclear armed. If they have nuclear weapons, what the fuck do we got to worry about it? They got nukes. Why are people gonna fuck with them?
You were telling me that she said the...
Oh, she said the forbidden word, by the way. The N-word.
She said the N-word.
She said the N-word, which it turned my head. I was like, wait, what? Are you saying that Israel is just covered with N-words? Like, is that what they're hiding? They're hiding nothing but N-words in their basements or something that we didn't know about? Because to my knowledge, the only ones that had nuclear capabilities or that were striving for them, was Iran, which is why we bombed them. But if Israel has already had them, no wonder they're right here pressuring the United States to go bomb these fools, because they're like, fuck that. We should be the only ones to have them, which, in my opinion, is a crock of shit.
I was oblivious to this 2 years ago. I had no idea the situation that our country was in. My big wake up was after the October 7 attacks, which it was a tragedy.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Anywhere where you have innocent civilians suffering, children that don't deserve it, women that don't deserve it, and even men that don't deserve it.
Yeah, you're not part of the military. Yeah.
Anywhere where you have civilians that are being attacked, innocence is being destroyed, and they didn't deserve that. But that was my big wake up call. After that, seeing the response to the Gazans and the Palestinians, or some people use that interchangeable. What's going on in Gaza is a fucking nightmare. What happened to the children and the women and the men there that weren't parts of Hamas? People want to paint everybody as Hamas. People want to say if you show any sort of empathy, or if you don't want to see children slaughtered, you're supporting Hamas.
You're an anti-Semite.
Cut the bullshit. It doesn't mean we wish harm on Jewish people. Enough with that. People shouldn't give into this stigma, give into this fucking taboo that you can't speak about the strange relationship between Israel and America. And I'm not saying we have to completely call for their destruction. Some
not
people
at all
want that. I don't, because that would mean innocent children and innocent people over there that who knows? Maybe they're not fucking cynical, like the government is. The government is just being run by people that care about their end times prophecy, seem to care about the Greater Israel Project, which is a real thing. And honestly, that's cool. No, actually, it's not cool. I have a problem with that because that would mean annexing land from other countries and
Illegally
war and all that. And actually, I do have a problem with that. But that's their fucking problem. They should not be able to drag America into a war, and Americans have every right to speak against that.
Yeah, and before we close, like, let's just elaborate this. What we're criticizing here is the relationship between the governments of the United States and Israel. We're not saying the people. We're not saying there's something about, oh, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. Because I'm pretty sure some people might get a takeaway of saying, oh, these guys are just anti-Semites. Not at all. Because like we said clearly and concisely, we are criticizing the Israeli government's relationship with the United States government.
It's a very strange relationship.
Very strange relationship that no other two nations have. We don't. We don't even have that type of relationship with Mexico, who's our biggest trading partner, or Canada, who are our direct neighbors in the north. So why is it that these guys that are across the Pacific, in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of the Middle East, why are we closer to them when, from all intents and purposes, from what it looks like, they don't provide shit for us?
Something strange when President Trump gets into office right away, calls for terrorists to Canada and Mexico, and in flies Netanyahu and gets this fucking grand, like
if he was the president,
like an imperial fucking welcome,
like Emperor Palpatine coming out for the Death Star,
comes into office, shit on Mexico and Canada, America's neighbors, saying "fuck you, tariffs. We're renaming the Gulf." Oh, Israel, power ahead.
Yeah, dude. How do you do that? Like, how do you want your own constituents to respect you after you do some bullshit like that?
If that's like, not supposed to be strange, it's a big ass fucking. It's a very big elephant in the room.
Yeah, like, not just that. How is it the man is wanted? Is wanted by the International Criminal Court. He already has a warrant for his arrest. So if Trump wanted to, which he could, because Israel wouldn't do shit about it, they can't. He could easily just say, "Hey, Kash Patel, arrest this motherfucker. He's wanted by the ICC. Let's go extradite him over there." But he doesn't. And then you have the potential mayor of New York, Modani, whatever his name is, saying, no, if I was mayor of New York and this fool walked into New York, I'd arrest his ass. Why not? The guy's wanted. Why are we protecting criminals? Especially when they're wanted for war crimes. Yet you have people like fucking Trump over here saying that, oh no, he wouldn't be touched by Modani if we went to New York. Like, what the fuck? I've never heard him crash out for anybody else. But for Bibi, he's right there saying, like, nope, if we have to stand on business, we'll stand on business. He's not going to get arrested. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. But it's honestly, insane. Fucking good to be back. Miss you guys a lot. And get ready, because we're going to drop a lot of shit.
Bombas.